Lately, I've been feeling so sick and tired of fake Stray Kids fans, and honestly, it's not even limited to international fans. Korean fans aren't exempt either. There's been a wave of situations recently that have seriously opened my eyes to how twisted and toxic the fan base has gotten. Like, what even is this energy? Are we fans, or are we a bunch of self-entitled stalkers and critics looking for any excuse to bash the people we claim to love? Because the way some of y'all are acting is embarrassing. It's exhausting, it's infuriating, and above all, it's sad. Let's start with the whole situation involving Bang Chan and his absence from Bubble. From what I heard through my best friend, shout out to her for still paying for that thing. He was gone for about 10 days. And she was understandably upset. She literally said she felt like she was paying to get ghosted. But here's the thing, when Chan did come back, he apologized, not just for being away, but for two specific things that honestly made me sit back and go, wait. You're apologizing for what now? Apparently, Chan mentioned some food item that he thought was Chilean, but it was actually from a different country, and that somehow sparked outrage. First of all, are we really attacking someone over a small geographic mistake? Why is this even a scandal? It's not like he said it with malicious intent. He made a tiny slip up, and people acted like he committed international treason. Then there's the even more baffling issue. Chan apparently asked fans how the weather was. That's it. That's the whole thing. How's the weather? And suddenly people were mad because there were fires happening in Korea, and they thought he was being insensitive. No, it's a normal human thing to ask, especially for someone who constantly tries to connect with fans, but the way people twisted it made it seem like he committed some act of disrespect. Context matters. Y'all, that wasn't shade. It wasn't ignorance. It was just him trying to talk to people. And then when you factor in that this man came back just to apologize for these things, it's even more ridiculous. If that's not peak clownery, I don't know what is. We keep pushing idols to be authentic and to talk to us, but the second they do something slightly off from what we want, we drag them through hell. Make it make sense. Now let's address the big fat elephant in the room, the airport situation with Lee No. Tell me why, in the year 2025, you thought it was a good idea to jump on an idol. No, seriously. I want someone to explain the logic to me, because there is no way you thought that was going to end well. You probably claim he's your favorite idol, your bias, the love of your life, and yet you try to physically tackle him in a damn airport. What part of love is that? Because it's giving obsessed and unhinged, not devoted fan. And of course, people had the audacity, the absolute nerve, to be upset that Lee No pushed her off. Some even went as far as saying he punched her. Let me ask you something. If you're minding your business and someone lunges at you out of nowhere, what would you do? Stand there with jazz hands and offer a hug? Hell no, you'd flinch, you'd block, you'd defend yourself. That's what any sane person would do, and that's exactly what Lee No did. He didn't sign up to be tackled in public. He signed up to perform, not be a personal punching bag for unhinged fans who can't tell fantasy from reality. People were even criticizing Chan again, saying he looked mad. Yeah, because his friend and groupmate was just assaulted in a public place. Can we stop expecting idols to smile through everything like robots? They're allowed to be angry. They should be angry. I would have been mad too if someone tried to WWE body slam my friend at 8 in the morning while in an airport. That's not fan behavior. That's unhinged. Honestly, this isn't even just a one-off situation. The entire K-pop fandom landscape has changed, and not in a good way. It used to be about the music, about loving the artistry, the performances, the personalities. Now it feels like it's 90% scenes and 10% actual fans who give a damn about the music. And I'm not even being dramatic. Scroll through any comment section, and the hate, entitlement, and insanity are front and center. You used to be able to go online and meet people who genuinely loved the same things you did. There was excitement around comebacks, concert talks, sharing theories, supporting the members through thick and thin. It felt like a community. Now, it's like a battleground. People are fighting over who's the better fan, who knows the most trivia, who defends their faves the loudest. But none of that actually matters if you've lost the core of what fandom is supposed to be. We've reached the point where some fans treat these idols like characters in a video game, like you can control their every move, criticize their every breath, and then throw a fit when they dare to act like real people. And worst of all, it's rewarded. The louder and more aggressive you are online, the more likes and retweets you get. It's not about love anymore, it's about clout. It's gotten so bad that many genuine fans are leaving. They're tired. They just want to enjoy the music without constantly being on edge, without constantly having to defend their faves from their own so-called supporters. The atmosphere is exhausting. It's like the light in the room is being sucked out by all this negativity, and we're all just supposed to smile and clap like nothing's wrong. It's really hard to find fans nowadays who you can just talk to without being bombarded by toxicity. It's like walking on eggshells 24/7. Say one thing, and someone's accusing you of being a fake fan, express concern, and now you're a hater. Have an opinion, you're suddenly antis. The fandom is cannibalizing itself, and we're all just standing around watching it happen. I genuinely want to understand what goes on in the minds of assassins. Like, what part of your brain says, yes, today is the day I will follow my favorite idol to the bathroom, or let me jump on them at the airport. They'll love that. Are you delusional? Is there no self-awareness? Or do you just not care? Because I refuse to believe any rational person wakes up and thinks this is okay. And before you say, oh, I would be excited to meet my idol, I can kind of understand where she's coming from. I want to stop you right there. If you can understand where this girl is coming from, then I hope and pray, for the sake of that idol, that you never meet them. Because if the first thing you do when you see them is jump onto them, that's not love or excitement, that's crossing a line. There are so many different ways to show your support: keeping your distance, asking for a photo, and if they say no, respecting that, wishing them luck, or simply saying you hope they travel safely. So I'm saying this genuinely. If you think there's nothing wrong with what that girl did, and even worse, if you think that's a reasonable reaction, then something is seriously wrong with you too, because as much as there's something wrong with her behavior, there's just as much wrong with anyone who defends it. There is no way anyone in their right mind can see that and think it's normal. At the end of the day, if you really love Stray Kids, or any idol, you would treat them like human beings, respect their boundaries, let them rest, stop nitpicking every word, stop stalking them, support them for their music, not because you think you own them. If that's too much for you to handle, maybe you're not a fan, maybe you're just a problem.